Hi everyone, very warm welcome to Ashishkyal Trading Gurukul, and this is an exclusive session which we call as a mentorship follow-up session. Plus, we will have a Q&A with respect to key participants from the Master of Cycles program, and we will be addressing every single questions that you might have. How to look at the market, what is happening around, whether to buy, whether to sell, Nifty at 18K, what to do next. Is it going to break down again or reverse back from here, or is it going to go up on the upside? तो बहुत ही सिंपल वे से वापस से देखेंगे जो हम करते हैं मेंटरशिप में. Simple step by step process. We will look at how to see the markets in a very easy and fantastic way. So before I start this session, I want to know how is the Josh, how are the mentees doing, how are the participants of Master of Cycles doing, which we call as hashtag time traders. So are you doing exceptionally well? Great to see all of you over here, and it's always fantastic. I love talking to mentees because I can speak my heart out. आप लोग समझ सकते हैं क्योंकि after the process that we have followed, the complete process of 3 months of the program, you might be able to understand every single aspect of what I am talking. And I am going to talk a lot of things very consciously. So the word that I have to choose in front of the mentees has to be very, very correct. क्योंकि आप लोग already expert trader बन चुके हो, तो I can't afford to use anything which is not correct. तो चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं, देखते हैं मार्केट में हो क्या रहा है. सी पहली चीज तो हमें समझना है कि everyone is talking about inflation and rate hike and all of those things. Lekin looking at the prices are right now going to is moving on the upside is what we can clearly see. Now, since the prices are moving on the upside, we are in the 14th day today. If you look at the prices, you can clearly understand that it has been consecutive. Are you looking at that 3 candle pattern that we did? The most important, the most simplistic way of looking at the pattern and understanding कि यार क्या होता है ओवरऑल 3 कैंडल के बेसिस पे. आज से करीबन 13 days हो चुके हैं. After 13 days, if you check what is the close of Nifty in today's session, the average close. Can someone tell me the average close of Nifty in today's session? What is the average close that Nifty is doing? Great to see you, Badal, after a long time. Poonam, you as well. 18,048 का close है. कल का लो क्या था निफ्टी पे? Anyone is checking that? This is the most simplest thing that you can use along with time cycles. You can use along with other techniques. कल का close था I think 18,046. The previous day close low. I'm so sorry, not the close. 18,046. आज का close है 18,048. Average close I am talking about, not the last day. तो निफ्टी अभी भी प्रीवियस डे लो के नीचे बंद नहीं हुआ है. एंड इफ यू चेक एंड डू द काउंटिंग, आई थिंक इट इज समवेयर अराउंड 14 consecutive occasions that Nifty has not closed below the prior candle low. So that's very, very interesting, right guys? 14 consecutive time हो चुका है लेकिन निफ्टी ने previous low को break नहीं किया. That's a very interesting aspect, and this is one of the most powerful technique that you can actually use when you are looking at the market and the chart. Next thing that आपको step by step जो process follow करना है, what is the next step that you have to look at it? You have to understand clearly कि after you have looked at this, you should look at what is happening with US, what is happening with bond yields, what's happening with currency, just to get a hang of it. साथ में what's happening with mid cap index, small cap, ये सबको देखना है. और अभी अगर आप देखेंगे ये सब देखने के बाद में, when you go to the chart of Nifty, you might want to check what is the time cycle suggesting. So if you're looking at Nifty chart, you might see that we are standing right very close to that 55 days of time cycle. The 55 days of time cycle is going to be due on 4th, लेकिन एक छुट्टी आ गई थी बीच में, तो 7th का डे हो गया, वो मैंने अभी देखा. So 7th is the day when Nifty is going to be forming a 55-day cycle. Now time cycle is usually used to catch lows. Okay, that's how we have discussed in the Master of Cycles program. But this time we are seeing the time cycle is inching right there, and market ने अभी तक deep ही नहीं दिया, तो low कहाँ से बनेगा? What does it mean? What does it indicate? When the market does not fall before the cycle, it usually represents that there is a possibility of an inversion. Usually represent there is a possibility of an inversion. तो अगर inversion होगा, लेकिन I'm not going to go against the trend. If you go and check the past up move on Nifty candles के basis पे, अगर आप count करके खाली Nifty का up move देखोगे ना, you will realize that it has taken nearly around, I think, 15 candles. We have already completed 14 candles now. So looking at the number of candles that we can see in the past occasions, this is an extreme reading again in the upward trajectory where Nifty has not given close below prior days of low. और ये बहुत ही important information है. This is like a quantitative analysis that you can do. Now, if we look at the overall aspect of time trading, we can see there is a lunar cycle again coming, which is due on 8th of November. So there is some time. We can see 7th of November is a 55-day cycle, which is getting due, which is on a Monday. Now, there is a good alignment of these time techniques together where we can expect a possible reversal to happen. However, price action is supreme. आपको price को focus करना है, price के साथ ही चलना है. So price action is most important. Now, once we have derived our views on the basis of time, on the basis of candles, on the daily chart, now is the key to drill down into our neo-wave perspective, go on an hourly chart, go on a 15-minute chart, in fact, go on a 5-minute chart and see how matured the trend is. Is it matured enough? Is there a way by which we can expect the markets to possibly come down from here? But do we have a two-stage fast retracement confirmation? 17,960 is the key level where I'm expecting that this is where we started wave G on the upside today. 17,960. अगर Nifty उसके नीचे आता है in two-stage faster confirmation, that is going to be a classic reversal signal with time fitting into it. Now उसका target क्या आएगा? Target is derived basis that this is the entire move of double corrective pattern, and target on the basis of double corrective pattern comes to around 80% of this entire rise, which I'm going to tell you. So ये बहुत ही interesting way है market को देखने का. This is very exciting way to see the market, don't you think? मतलब जहाँ सारी दुनिया गेस कर रही है क्या होगा, फेड में क्या होने वाला है, आरबीआई का क्या स्टेटस है, इन्फ्लेशन का क्या स्टेटस है. आई एम टॉकिंग ओनली प्योरली प्राइस. If you look at the price, you know what to do next, and you know how to ride the trend. So options are powerful instrument. If you know how to use options, it's a very powerful instrument on how you can possibly trade options. Once you have that information, a trend is about to begin. You know whether to buy an option or sell an option. So it's a very interesting aspect. So इसके अभी जाएंगे हम क्या करेंगे, अभी हम जाएंगे चार्ट पे, बहुत डिटेल में देखेंगे. We will look at right from daily time cycles. We'll go on a 15 minutes time cycle. We'll go on a 5 minutes time cycle. We'll apply all of those things together and we'll derive a very simple, fantastic view for the market in the coming week और कैसे पैसा बनाना है. इस मार्केट में बॉटम लाइन यही है कि जो भी स्टडी यूज करो यार, जो भी टेक्निक यूज करो, पैसा बनना चाहिए. रिस्क क्या है वो पता होना चाहिए, स्टॉप लॉस के साथ काम करना है. एंड ये सब मैं अभी आपको बताऊंगा. अभी तो टाइम है 45 minutes more for this session, so I'm going to teach that. I'm sure the mentees are enjoying this because this is going back to basics, going back to school, going back to the start of mentorship, how we begin it, how we started it, and you might be enjoying this session, right? So now we will drill into right where you need to take the trade, how you have to look at the market, what is the setup for the coming week, for tomorrow, how we have to ride the trend, and how we have to safeguard ourselves from not losing money. सब चीजें करेंगे, but very importantly, whether you trade, whether you make money, whether you lose money, you need to be a wonderful trader. You can't afford to be having mood swings just because market went up or down. If it did not work out, we will have a strategy, the backup plan. How do we go about it? How do we ensure that it doesn't matter This is the process. Do you remember that? Do you remember? You need to stick with the process. The process has to continue 100 times. If you continue the process 100 times, making money is not something as a byproduct. No one can stop you from getting there. But are you following the process? Are you disciplined enough to follow your own process? Not mine. I've given you various Brahmastra, like I have said, but are you using it correctly and disciplined enough to follow the stop loss, the technique? When I say the process, उसका मतलब है अगर step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 होगा तो ही trade लेना है. I have given those trade setups very clearly, very much defined, but are you using that? That's the question you have to ask yourself. If not, you are going to be simply missing out the entire process. So just let's stick with the process. And yes, the process is boring, but that is what will give you money, Chaitanya, and that is what is important. If trading excites you a lot, making money excites you a lot, losing money will equally bring you down. So let's make it a little boring process, but the byproduct is good. We'll make a lot of money together. Okay, fantastic, guys. So I'm live on YouTube. Just a glimpse of what we are doing in the mentorship session. This was just a glimpse. I'm stopping that stream now, and we will be looking very in depth into how to trade from here on in a step-by-step process on the chart. And we will go down right to 5 minutes time cycle also today. So let me just do that.